Hi, my name is Chris Shelton, and thank you for joining me for day number 6, 30 Days of Qigong to Better Health. Today we're doing a simple practice called collecting the energy between heaven and earth. So this practice is just a good introductory practice to start off with the 5 yin organ cleansing exercises that we'll be starting with day number 7, starting off with the heart. And all we're doing is we're combining the energy between heaven and earth. And the purpose of this is they say that the heavenly energy is very creative and then the earthly energy is very receptive. So combining those two together, we actually help to collect yin and yang energies. And they say actually the earth energy is yin, hence the receptiveness, and that yang energy, the heavens themselves, actually help to combine and work together to create balance here on this planet. So what's going to happen here is that it's a very simple practice. We're going to start off from our Wu-Ji posture. We're going to exhale, and then inhale as we come up. Exhale. Then as we inhale, so what's going to happen is we're going to imagine pulling up that earthly yin energy up, inhaling, connecting with the sky, the yang energy. Exhale, pulling that down. And we're pulling that down within our own being. So even though we're doing this external movement like this, what's happening is that internally, as I'm pulling the energy down from heaven, it's coming in through the top of the head, and then with the earth, then it mixes with the earth energy and swirls and mixes from head to toe. So we're trying to balance out the yin and yang aspects of our body. The left side in Chinese medicine is considered yang, the right side is considered yin. Okay? So very simple practice. So from here, we're going to start off with our regular practice that we've done days 1 through 5, and starting off with pulling down the heavens 3 times, and then 3 chi clearing exercises. Followed by, after this, we're going to be doing the center balance meditation, microcosmic orbit, and then we're going to go directly into this practice here today, collecting the energy between heaven and earth. Okay, so like I said, very simple practice. And if you have a hard time bending over because of back problems, don't bend over that far. Just go as far as you could go. If you're sitting in a chair, if you're in a wheelchair, just only bend as far as you could go. If you have limited range of motion because of physical limitations or whatever, just use more of your mind intent and follow along with the video. Because just using your mind intent, believe it or not, you may draw other critters like this dog here into the picture. Anyways, just using your mind intent is really powerful. Okay, so from here, we'll begin by pulling down the heavens 3 times. Inhale. Exhaling. In. Exhale. Calming the mind, settling the spirit, feeling the rootedness, the connectedness to earth. And start off with the 3 chi clearing exercises. Inhale. Tossing the stone first. Now when you develop your own Qigong practice, which is our goal for putting together, or one of the goals for putting together these videos, you don't have to do all these practices in sequence. That's one of the common questions that I get. Do I have to do all the practices? What happens if I do them out of sequence? And these Qigong practices are very beginner level practices. They're nothing advanced to where you're going to hurt yourself. So if you only want to do your chi clearing exercises, that's all the time you have to practice, then just do these 3 practices. If all you have time for is the microcosmic orbit meditation that we did in week number 5, then just do that practice. White pearl meditation. Our goal here is just to give people these simple practices and to give you a routine to practice with. But after you watch this routine and you've completed the 30 days of Qigong, then from there you'll develop your own practice and put together your own sequences. Okay, so as we inhale, center, exhale as we toss. Gazing at the tips of the fingers. Allow for any tension, stagnation, thoughts, feelings, emotions to flow away. Going several feet away from the body and deep into the ground. And then from there, we slow down, coming back to the center and pulling down the heavens 3 times. Exhale. Inhaling. Allow the energy to flow down through the center of the body as you exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. And then from there, bring the feet a little bit closer together. Close the eyes if you like and begin to lightly bounce. From here, we're focusing on the major joints of the body. And starting off with the ankles, where all the major joints is where all the tension, where blood and fluid stagnation, chi stagnation tends to occur. So we just want to relax and loosen up those areas to allow the energy to flow freely without interruption. So starting with the ankles, allow for any tension, discomfort in the ankles to release out through the bottom of the feet and down deep into the ground. A little chi deviation, dog chi deviation going on. And then from there, the knees, any tension in the knees. Allow for that to release out through the ankles, out through the belly well points, and deep into the ground. And then from there, the back, groin, hips. Allowing for that to release out through the legs, out through the feet, deep into the earth. Next, the center of the back and chest, any excessive emotions, thoughts, or feelings. Guide that out through the body, out through the legs, out through the feet, and deep into the ground. Next, the fingers, the wrists, hands. Any tension, discomfort there, shaking that out through the fingertips and deep into the ground. Any pain in the elbows, shoulders, head and neck, allowing for all that to release out through the arms, out through the fingers, and deep into the earth. And then from there, we're going to inhale, rolling up on the balls of our feet, pulling the energy from the earth through the body beyond the top of the head. So inhaling, pulling this golden light up, and exhale. Dropping out any dark, heavy energy into the ground. Inhaling up, and exhale. And inhale up, and exhale. Good. Stepping down to your Wuji posture. Begin by shaking the tree 3 times, inhaling all the way up, like a wet dog, exhaling. Inhaling. So if you have any discomfort, any tension in the body, somebody makes you upset, you're upset about something, a simple practice to do to shake off all that negative energy. It's like the Taylor Swift song, Shake It Off. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then from there, from your seated or standing Wuji posture, tip the tongue so gently curled to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth. Knees slightly bent, lightly squeezing the anal sphincter muscle, relaxing the body. Closing the eyes, allow the breath to be long, steady, even, and deep, going directly into the center of balance meditation. So imagine warm oil that begins to flow down through the front of the body, enveloping the forehead, the brow bone, eyebrows and eyes, the temples. Flowing and pouring from the temples into the nose, into the cheeks, to the lips, to the chin and jaw structure. Flowing down inch by inch, cell by cell, tissue by tissue, down through the front of the throat and neck and into the shoulders. Enveloping the upper chest and shoulders. This warm oil envelops now the biceps, elbow creases, forearms, wrists, palms of the hands leading all the way out to the fingertips. And then from there, this warm oil now penetrates into the chest, enveloping underneath the armpits, through the midsection of the body, through the abdomen, through the waist, through the groin, through the thighs, the knees, the shins, ankles, top of the feet and toes, all connecting. Allow for this warm oil to flow down deep into the ground. And from there, feel the entire front of your body from head to toe. Feel as much to the left as you do to the right. And extend to what's around you, what's in front of you, and what's to the left and right sides of you. And then from there, melting down through the back of the body. Imagine warm oil melting down through the back of the head, the back of the ears, the neck, the shoulders, inch by inch, cell by cell, tissue by tissue, and through the triceps and elbows, through the forearms, through the wrists, hands, and fingers. And then from there, you're melting down from the base of the neck into the upper back, the mid back, low back, waist. The energy flows through the waist, through the buttocks, through the hamstrings, through the back of the knees, the calves, ankles, heels, feet and toes, connecting everything, allowing for that warm oil to flow down deep into the ground. And from there, feel the entire back of your body from head to toe. And feel what's behind you. Feel as much in the back as you do into the front, and to the left, and to the right. And from there, connecting with your higher power, imagine white light that penetrates through the center of the body, entering in through the skull, enveloping the brain, surrounding tissues. Behind the eyes, you feel the nerves of the eyes. The sinuses, the inner ear, the cheekbones, bones of the cheeks, the teeth, the tongue, the jaw, the muscles surrounding the jaw, through the center of the vertebra, from the base of the skull down through the center of the neck and throat, feeling the muscles, the arteries, the bones of the vertebra as it then branches off into the shoulders, through the center of the biceps, triceps. You now visualize and feel the center of the elbows, the center of the forearms, center of the wrists, palms of the hands, all the way out to the fingertips. And then from there, this white light penetrates into each of the ribs, wrapping around to each of the vertebrae on the spine. You now visualize the lungs, the heart, the pericardium, the liver and gallbladder on the right side of the body, stomach and spleen more on the left, the intestines, the urinary bladder, the kidneys, the pelvic bone, the bones of the legs, the muscles surrounding them, the center of the knees, center of the shins and calves, ankles, feet, and toes. And allow for this white light to flow down deep into the ground. And from there, allow your feet to melt into the floor like you're standing on a sea of liquid energy. It comes up about the height of the ankles. And from there, imagine pipes or roots growing out from the bubbling well points at the bottom of the feet, all the way down to the center core of the earth. And as you inhale, imagine golden light coming up as you inhale. Then as you exhale, pushing out any dark turbidy out the legs, out the roots, and down deep into the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Pulling the golden light up as you inhale, and then as you exhale, descending back down, out the legs, out the roots, and down deep into the ground. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. And then from there, on the next inhalation, going directly into the microcosmic orbit, inhaling up, and this time the energy goes straight up the spine, up over the top of the head, down the front of the face, the chest, the abdomen, through the perineum, between the sex glands, the anal sphincter muscle, and like a pump, flowing up the back, up over the top of the head, down the front of the face, the chest, the abdomen. As you inhale, stimulating the central nervous system, up the spine, up over the top of the head, down the front of the face, the chest, the abdomen, down through the midline. Inhaling, exhaling, also referred to as small heaven breathing. Feel the energy, guide the white light up the spine, up over the top of the head, down the front of the face, the chest, the abdomen, into the lower dantian, or past beyond the lower dantian, stimulating the perineum, then up the tailbone, up the spine, up over the top of the head, down the front. Guiding the energy up the spine, up over the top of the head, down the front of the face, the chest, the abdomen. And doing one more cycle, inhaling and exhale. And then from there, pulling back the energy 3 times, inhaling, collecting the energy from heaven, cleansing, purifying the body, exhale. Inhaling, imagining the white light penetrating through, releasing out any excess heat or vibration, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, beginning the next practice for week number 6, collecting the energy of heaven and earth. As though we're bending over a barrel, we're going to exhale, inhale, collecting the yang energy from heaven, pulling up the yin energy from earth, mixing the two together, helping to achieve balance from head to toe, left to right sides of the body. Just doing this as a precursor to week number 7's practices, or day number 7. In, pull in the yellow light from the earth. As you exhale, pull down the white light from heaven, combining the two together inside the body. Exhaling. In. Exhale. So going down, if you want to go down further, then go down further. Come up. Exhaling. And so allow for it to flow through. Loosen up the joints, loosen up the knees, the shoulders. And last one. Exhale. And pulling down the heavens again 3 times. Collecting the energy for heaven, earth, and mankind. Exhaling. Okay, and then from there, a few of the massaging the yang organs. So inhaling up, exhaling down. As the arms come up, imagine golden light coming up, massaging the stomach, gallbladder, urinary bladder, kidneys. As the hands fall, any dark, heavy energy flows back down, out the legs, out the roots, and down deep into the ground. Working with the stomach, the gallbladder, bladder, and intestines, and triple burner. And the triple burner, also referred to as Sanzhou, is not an actual organ, but in Chinese medicine is like the information network that helps the internal organs all communicate and function properly together. It is also considered a yang organ. So we normally talk about 5-element theory. In this case, if you ever hear of 6 elements, there's a second fire element besides the heart and the small intestine, and that second fire element would be the yin organ, the pericardium, and its yang organ counterpart, which is the triple burner. And last one. And collecting back. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhaling. Use your legs to pump the energy up and to gather, sinking down, pulling it down through the body, deep into the ground. Okay, last one. We're going to do a few patting here just to stimulate these acupuncture meridians of the body. The yang channels on the outside of the arm, the yin channels on the inside. So combining moving meditation with stillness helping to benefit all 3 aspects of our being: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Each one is equally as important. One is not more important than the other. Legs coming around, stimulating the channels, feeding into the internal organs. And last one. And finish by collecting the energy back, neutralizing, balancing, harmonizing ourselves. Exhale. Now you should feel completely energized. Tissues saturated with qi. Organs balanced, channels, acupuncture vessels balanced. Mind should be calm. And then placing the hands over the lower dantian. Finishing off with the white pearl meditation. As you inhale, imagine a white mystical pearl forming underneath the hands, gathering the energy of the room, of your body. As you exhale, collapsing the abdomen, allow for that white pearl then to release into the lower dantian or to the kidneys, right opposite the navel and the low back. As you inhale, the pearl gets thicker and brighter. And as you exhale, feel that white pearl restore the vitality of the kidneys on the low back. Inhaling up. Exhale. Feel the warmth as you exhale as this white pearl releases energy and it fills up the kidneys. You may feel the warmth radiate around the sides into the back. You may feel underneath the hands warmth from this white pearl that's normal. Or you may even feel the warmth into the kidneys, which is fantastic. Want to rejuvenate this battery. the source, the original chi of the body. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Okay. Shaking out the legs, just kind of moving around a little bit. Getting yourself connected back to the present. Once again, my name is Chris Shelton. Thank you once again also for joining me for day number 6, 30 days of Qigong to better health. I have a saying here, practicing my Qigong practices every day, that Qigong is a simple practice with profound results. Please join me tomorrow, day number 7.